Welcome to Humphreys of Henley TV, countryside concierge at its finest, and a fabulously warm welcome to Blenheim Palace. We are so excited to be here in the heart of Oxfordshire at one of the most splendid, if not the most splendid, stately home in the country. We will be sharing with you over the next few episodes all of the stories and the histories and all of the magnificence of this incredible palace. So we hope you enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed being here. With its 2,000 acres and 187 rooms, it really is as spectacular as you would imagine it to be. Queen Anne bestowed the land on the Duke of Marlborough back in the early 1700s, following his incredible battle of Blenheim, when he defeated the French and brought back the glory to the British shores. And the land was allocated and then Parliament voted through the funds, but rather interestingly no budget was set, and as anyone who's ever built a house knows, we really do need to set a budget. So the Duke of Marlborough guessed that maybe it would be about £40,000. As the costs spiralled towards £240,000, things clearly needed to be managed a little bit better. Sadly, at that point the Duke and Duchess were exiled from court due to some shenanigans amongst their rivals, and building was halted for about 5 years, and then in 1716 the Duke invested about £60,000, which in those days was a heck of a lot of money, of his own money, to fulfill the project, and that's how we've ended up with this incredible palace as we see it today. It is the only palace in this country that does not have a royal connection and doesn't have an ecclesiastical connection. So Blenheim Palace is truly unique in its own right. And all sorts of incredible praise has been heaped upon the building and the grounds and so on. And I just want to share with you, Lady Randolph Churchill in 1874 caught her first glimpse of Blenheim. And she was inspired to say, as we passed through the entrance archway and the lovely scenery burst upon me, Randolph said, with pardonable pride, "This is the finest view in England." And I certainly agree with her when she went on to say, "Looking at the lake, the bridge, the miles of magnificent park studded with old oaks, I found no adequate words to express my admiration. And when we reached the huge and stately palace, I confess I felt awed." Well, I'm lucky enough to have been to Blenheim many times, and I still feel that incredible sense of awe as you turn into the driveway. It really does take your breath away. And some have said it even outstrips many of the royal palaces lived in by our royal family today, and they're probably not wrong. So a little bit of history. You know I love my history. The first cornerstone was laid in 1705, about a year after the Battle of Blenheim, but it wasn't completed until 1733, allowing for the 5-year little gap in the middle. But that's how huge a project it was. And sadly it wasn't completed until after the first Duke died, but he did achieve an incredible amount, along with his very long-suffering architect through the years. And apparently the discussions between him and the first Duchess were really rather lively about the aesthetics and the layout and so on. And we'll come on and talk a little bit more about the grounds and his design, but all of that was happening at the same time, which is what has created this incredible place that we can visit today. Isn't Blenheim magnificent? And are you tempted to see a little bit more? Because we've got lots more to show you. And even better, use this as a little opportunity to plan a visit of your own, because it really is even better in the flesh. We look forward to seeing you next week.